Once upon a time, in a forest far away, there lived an ant named Andy. Andy was a hard-working and diligent ant who spent his days gathering food and building his home. He was always on the lookout for opportunities to improve his life and the lives of his fellow ants. One day, while out searching for food, Andy came across a grasshopper named Greg. Greg was a carefree and laid-back grasshopper who spent his days hopping from place to place, singing and playing his guitar. Andy was amazed by Greg's carefree attitude and asked him why he didn't spend more time gathering food for the winter. Greg replied that he didn't worry about the future and believed that things would always work out in the end. Andy was shocked by Greg's answer and decided to teach him a lesson. He challenged Greg to a race to see who could gather the most food in one day. Greg, being a grasshopper, thought this was a silly idea, but agreed to the challenge nonetheless.
They set off into the forest, each determined to win the race. For the first few hours, Greg was way ahead of Andy. He had a natural talent for finding food and had already gathered a significant amount. However, as the day wore on, Greg began to tire. He started to realize that gathering food was not as easy as he had thought. Andy, on the other hand, kept plugging away, gathering food bit by bit. He didn't get discouraged by the slow progress and kept his eyes on the prize. As the sun began to set, Andy had gathered a significant amount of food, while Greg had only gathered a fraction of that. Greg was exhausted and admitted defeat, impressed by Andy's determination and hard work. From that day on, Greg learned the importance of hard work and planning for the future. He started to help Andy and the other ants gather food for the winter, and together they built a thriving community. The lesson of the story is that hard work, determination, and planning are essential for success.